Welcome to the For Listeners program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Appreciate you checking us out this week. On the mics, we have the Z-Man. What's up, Z?
Harry got in his car and turned the key. Started up and headed down the LIE. Too cheap to ruin a real car. He had a Volkswagen Rabbit. And that put an end to Harry's cheap habit.
Yeah, it's catchy. Yeah, it's catchy.
MOD, baby.
And on the other mic, we have the illustrious Corey G. What is up, sir?
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? What's up, everybody? I'm Spear. This week on the show, something must be done about bad drivers. Bad drivers. It's the holiday season, which means that there seem to be more people on the road going to and going fro, doing their Christmas shopping, doing their holiday shopping, and it just seems that there's an extra high concentration of bad drivers on the road. And I'm sick and tired of it, and something must be done. And you know where I lay the blame, boys? I lay the blame at the foot of NASCAR. Because I think that there is something inherent about NASCAR fans that it permeates the rest of the driving community. People who go to NASCAR events, I get, because they go with their RVs and they party, and there's a big party, and they get themselves a Budweiser and they crack them things open and they have themselves a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Is that your redneck accent?
Yeah, my little redneck accent. You like that? Damn good.
I'm going down.
Yeah, we're going down to the NASCAR rally. We're going to see them cars run around. Right? But they don't go down there to watch the cars going around. You don't watch it on TV to watch cars go around and go left for 3 hours, right?
You watch it to see them go boom.
You watch for the crashes.
Yeah.
And I think it's that sick, twisted mentality that people have that carries over to people on the road. Like, what's everyone's immediate reaction when they're coming on? Like when you come on to the expressway and you're looking down the road a little bit and you see flashing lights, it's, ooh, what are those flashing lights? It could be fucking nothing. It could be a guy who got pulled over, right? Or it could be
talking about rubbernecking?
Yeah.
Rubbernecking. So here's my thoughts. If you cause an accident that causes me to slow down, I hope you got hurt.
Right.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see the ambulance. I want to see your car upside down.
Right.
Because if you're delaying me because you were fucking on your phone and you bumped the dude in front of you,
right,
you should have to pay me $1,000.
Right. Right.
And every other person you're fucking up their time.
Right. But
I should be able to send you a time bill for my time.
I think it should be like back in the the 1700s where they get put in the stockade. But
you get to
instead
stone
of
them?
just standing there all day, you get to kick them in the nuts.
Corey wins. That's awesome. That's the best.
So
that's the best
you
solution.
Just walk up, whoever's there. You don't even have to have been in the incident where you rubberneck. You just walk up and boom, right in the nuts.
Yeah. All right. That's Corey wins. Corey's got the best solution to the problem. Putting the guy in the stocks so that you can kick him in the nuts, and you should have a sign on him that says Rubbernecker or something along those lines, so that you know.
Yeah, big R on his arm.
Yeah, like the Scarlet R.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I stopped for douchebags.
Exactly. And it's always and I guarantee you it was that same douchebag that's sitting in the stocks that is on his phone at all times while he's driving. Do you really need to talk to somebody that much when you're in the car? Is it really that
when
important?
You could be listening to 4 listeners.
Exactly.
That's a whole separate problem in and of itself, though.
Yeah, but it's the asshole that is on their BlackBerry while they're in the car, whether they're talking on it or they're emailing or texting or what have you. Nothing is really that important that you can't wait until you have, stopped your motor vehicle, right? If it's that important, if it's a call that you absolutely must take, or if it's an email that you absolutely must send, pull the car over to the side of the road, take 5 minutes, do what you have to do, and then go about your business. Go on your way.
Yeah, and the other thing I think is just on the highway. You should not ever need to use your brakes.
No, you know what?
Unless someone's being stupid or it's way too congested. You could just take your foot off the gas pedal. It slows you down just enough if you're paying attention that you don't need to put your foot on the brake. Because as soon as you put your foot on the brake, then you know behind you, he's got to figure out what the hell you're doing, and he's going to put his foot on the brake. And then they go behind him, he's going to put the foot on the brake.
What
Just
if there's
slow
a
down.
crazy accident that you want to look at, though?
So you're a rubbernecker. I'm putting you in the stocks.
I'd crack myself up.
I'm putting you in the stocks, asshole.
Me?
No, fucking Corey. Corey's like, well, there's no reason to use your brake unless you want to, stop and look at an accident.
That's not how I said it, but yeah, I guess Seth missed it. Or
That's my that's my best Corey impression, by the way.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You know what? I hate you both.
All right, and just while we're on it, stupid shit. Why is it? What year did Easy Pass come out, or Fast Lane, or whatever you guys call it
It's
down
been
there?
around for years, at least 10
I mean, this
years.
thing's been at least out for 10 years. We'll
More
call it
than
10
that.
years.
More than that.
How is it that there are still people on the road who do not own one of these things? It
I have
saves
no idea.
so much friggin' time. Like every time I came home, I was driving in from Syracuse for the holidays for Thanksgiving, and I'm going through all the tolls, and I'm just like sucka 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 as I'm driving past like the lane of people trying to pay cash that's like 20 people long. Do they not see the people who just drive by and don't have to wait in that line? Do they not want to be one of those people? I don't understand how it's possible. I want somebody to tell me who does not own an Easy Pass why they do not own an Easy Pass.
I'm actually kind of happy that more people don't, because it makes the Easy Pass lanes
No,
faster
see,
for me.
but wouldn't it be amazing if there were no not Easy Pass lanes or only one?
You mean cash lane?
Cash lane, excuse me. Because that's the whole problem. Like when I'm coming in, in Boston, as you're coming off of 90, you have to there's a toll before you get across 95, and it's a 2-lane road that splits out into 9 lanes, but it's all backed up because the people who have to pay cash block up all the lanes so that nobody can get through, and it's crap.
With today's technology, there is no reason for anybody to pay a toll using, money.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it. You should just, if you want, have like 2 toll booths where you have 2 people collecting money. 2 out of
At the most.
out of maybe 15, right? Because it's those assholes that don't know what lane that they're supposed to be in, even though it very clearly says Easy Pass over here, assholes over there.
Or they pay with a 20 and it takes goddamn forever to count out all the change, and it just starts backing everything up.
Everything,
You know what's
including
amazing?
those of us that have the Easy Pass.
Right, because everyone's getting in your lane. No one's going straight. No one's going the right direction.
Exactly.
I want to talk about the idiots who are 3 lanes over from the turn and try and stop and make it over,
Oh,
or who back up on the shoulder against high-speed traffic on the interstate. Those people should go in the stockade too.
good.
If you miss your turn, or you don't
Go to
know
the-
where your turn is and you're trying to slow down or whatever, too bad. Just keep going and turn around. There's no reason to fuck it all up for everybody else because you're an idiot. and
Unless
you
you're
can't plan.
Unless you're in Oklahoma where the next exit's 150 miles.
Well, you could use those emergency turn things in the middle.
No, it's to the stockade with those assholes.
Stockade.
It's to the stocks. Fuck those guys. No, I'm with you. I'm with you, Corey. And it's not just the idiots on the expressway that make this problem. When I was still living in New York, I had a guy who broadsided me who was trying to make a left-hand turn from the right-hand lane. Right? I mean, my life flashed before my eyes as I missed a telephone pole by centimeters. I watched it go past my car. I was like, "What the hell?" And he was like, "Oh man, I didn't see you there." Well, wait a minute. Hold on, shithead. You shouldn't have been, trying to make that turn.
Yeah, it's completely irrelevant whether he saw
Whether
you
you
or
exactly, right? Whether you saw me or not, right? Oh man, I didn't see you. What? Are you kidding? Yeah, to the stocks with that asshole too. Yeah. So I'm with you, Corey. Fuck their moms. But you know who I want to talk about? I want to talk about old people.
Yeah, old people.
Because old people. Now look, I don't want to.
Smell funny.
I don't want to. Well, there's that. I don't want to besmirch the name of our elder statesmen. Okay, there are elder people that are remarkable, that they still have it, right? But you should not. If you don't have it, you should not be driving. You should not be behind the wheel of a 2-ton motor vehicle. You should just not, right? Certainly not if you're like a 4'11" old grandma who can't see over the wheel of the 1972 Buick Skylark that you've had forever and a day. If you can't see over the wheel of your car, you should not be driving it. Right? And everyone's got this like cute little picture in their head of the little old lady with their hands at 10 and 2, trying to peer over the wheel as she's driving down the road. No, fuck you. That's dangerous. It's not cute. It's dangerous. Old women behind the wheel of a car that they can't see over the wheel of are not cute. They're dangerous. And they should not be allowed.
Where's the beef?
Exactly. Right? The where's the beef lady should not be behind the wheel of the car. Right? At the very least, get yourself a small car. Get yourself a car that you can see over the wheel of. Get yourself a fucking Mini Cooper or something. But please do not be driving around your giant giant boat of a car that you have no hope at all of controlling in the event of. Right?
Yeah.
And it just
I got issue with the people who are just so weak that they can't even walk, trying to then control the car, because if shit hits the fan, you don't have the reflexes and you don't have the muscle control to be able to do anything defensive.
Yeah, it's not discriminatory in any way, shape, or form, right? If you still have it, you should still be able to drive. I don't want to take it away from the people who can. So, to wit, I propose this. I propose that people of a certain age have to get recertified, meaning if you have a driver's license, you have to take the driver's test again to prove that you can still drive. Having a driver's license is a privilege, not a right as far as I'm concerned, and you should have to prove that you deserve to have that privilege extended to you over and over again. And if you're going to go, well, you shouldn't discriminate against the age, fine. Everybody should have to go and get retested. Take the driver's test over and over again, because I got to tell you, there are some people out there that would benefit from it. They would benefit from not having their license for a while after having failed the test and having to go back to basics and learn how to fucking drive again.
They should have like the drop a dime line where you can like narc out your relatives.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
You do it like anonymously. So like if you feel unsafe that your grandpa's driving, you can do it anonymously, and anybody could have done it. And then you don't have to feel so bad about it.
Can I narc out my next door neighbor who's like 90 years old and drives around her Cleveland car?
Yeah, you should be able to do it by license plate.
Yeah, you should be like, dude, this guy, he needs to get recertified. And then like it would be just like Facebook liking or something, like, or digging, like, enough people can bitch about it.
Yeah.
They fucking send you a notice, and then you're like, dude, you got like 19 complaints. You got to come in.
You got to come in. Yeah.
That would be awesome. You know what? All they have to do, they give them a reaction test. What's your reaction time?
Yeah.
With a fake punch to the nuts. That's how you test old guys, right?
They should put a reaction time, and I think that's something they should totally do in the test. Like it should be physically testing as well as a reaction time.
And you know what about the age discrimination? If they go that route, you might as well remove the minimum age limit for getting a driver's license. You're going to start talking about that. Oh, but 14-year-olds aren't responsible enough. Well, neither are you, Granny.
Now, look, I don't want to discriminate against old people. Okay, so I think that
I do.
Okay, but I don't think there are stupid people of all ages, bad drivers of all ages that need to be policed to some degree. So I propose that how often do you get in Massachusetts? How often do you have to get a new license?
It's like every 5 years or so.
So let's assume for the sake of argument that you have to renew your license or get a new license every 5 years. I suggest that you have in order to get your license, every other time you go to renew, you have to take the driver's ed exam. And it's not just the written exam, I mean the full driver's ed exam. Get behind the wheel of your car with the guy sitting next to you, do your turns, do the parallel parking, the K-turn, do the whole goddamn thing all over again, right? So that you
know
can
how
prove.
long it would take to get your license removed?
Do you know?
Or do you-
Do you know how many people? I guarantee you that if you instituted that policy, there would be a lot less people who have licenses on the road.
No, because then you get a lot more people who still would just drive with a revoked license.
But then you can arrest those fuckers when they get into an accident.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
It will eventually, right? If it becomes a genuine penalty to drive without a license, to get into an accident. If you drive without insurance, there's a penalty, right? There's a monetary fine if you drive without insurance, let alone driving without a license. If you bump that up to some sort of punishable offense with like jail time or something along those lines, I bet you watch a lot of people getting more serious about driving their cars.
Yeah, but you already got overpopulation and overcrowded in the jails. They're going to get off easy. I don't think that's going to stop your problem.
Fine. To the stocks, then. We'll just get more stocks.
Public humiliation is better than jail time.
There you go. We'll just get more stocks, right?
There we go.
We'll just line them all up, and everyone gets a nut punch. Everybody.
Just think about it. It's going to create jobs too, because we need to make more stocks.
Yeah. So a lot more carpentry jobs will get created, right? A lot more work for contractors.
Can we do crucifixions on multiple accounts?
There you go. All right. So if it's not the stocks, it's to the rack.
The rack?
To the rack. Rack 'em. Right? And then the final thing is, after you've failed, 3 times or whatever else, we Braveheart you. We fucking gut you. We disembowel you. We fucking get the midget to pretend like he's pulling your guts out. And then you get the guy yelling, "Freedom!" I don't know, fuck it. But somewhere along the line, you got to get punished.
Trebuchet.
There you go. Fucking launch him. That'll solve the problem right there.
Right. You're in a hurry? Let me shoot you. Let me throw you over the wall.
Yeah. You got pulled over again for the 3rd time for speeding? We're going to show you what the meaning of speed really is as we launch you out of this fucking catapult.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Chunkin.
Yeah.
I like 'em big.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
like 'em plumpy.
Or we launch out of an air cannon, whatever, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't care, but that to me needs to happen. There needs to be punishment. There needs to be justice for bad drivers, and I'm going to crusade for this now because it needs to happen. So if you have another idea for how we can punish bad drivers or other bad drivers that we can add to the conversation, why don't you go ahead and post it on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. Check us out week to week on iTunes. Search for 4Listeners and we'll pop up. Hopefully you avoid some of these bad drivers on your road during this pleasant and merry holiday season. We thank you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you'll check us out again next week. See you next week, everybody.
Happy holidays.
The trucker couldn't stop, so the driver came. And when he hit Harry, Harry burst into flames.